That's how I pray. Money over women. I gotta get paid. 89 nigga. Smooth ass mister. Known to make all the hoes.
What's good? What's good, guys? This your boy DJ Avo, and this is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, episode 58. It's Doc's birthday. We going there. We gonna have a good time. Woo-hoo.
Fucking hater. Hey, look. Brodies and Bays, what is good? This is the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast. This is where you come for all your fantasy football needs and to chop it up about the latest NFL news. I am birthday Dynasty Bro today, here with my co-bro.
Here with your co-bro, Dynasty Bro Vic, ready to take a shot. I brought the moonshine back out, bro. What's up?
Still got the canister. My nigga been looking ready for 2 weeks straight. Hey, hey, I appreciate you wearing the dope-ass Pacer hat today. It's a Reggie Miller year for me, bro.
No doubt. That's why I pulled it out, man. The Flojo. I got the jersey, but, you know, it's still a little chilly out right now, so I kept it in the closet.
I was the last one to turn 31, man, so now I'm on y'all level. Let's have a fire 31 year, man. We got big things going, bro. You feel me?
I feel you, man. Let's go.
Right.
All right, DJ, how you feeling today, man? I like how you came in with some AP, bro.
Bro, it's been a whole AP day. You know how, like, when DJs get to make mixes for artists?
Yeah.
That's all I've been doing all day. It's a blessing when the artist is your homie and you got all the music. So it's like, yeah, you know, it's been a good day. It's been a good AP birthday. Been with the family all day. It's been an AP birthday.
I'll take that, bro. I appreciate that. Hey, we still got a fire episode on top of it being my birthday, man. We got second-year leaps when it comes to these players, these sophomore guys. It's a bunch of them, man, that didn't get to show their worth last year that we think is going to turn it up this year. So I'm excited about that. Hey, Vic, I got a random inbox from a guy that asked me, I know this is a sidebar, literally before we start recording. He said, hey, I don't have any first-round picks, but I just got offered the 111 for Hollywood. You want to know what I told him? And then I want to see how you feel.
Yeah, what you tell him?
I told him, I first asked back, I said, is it a super flex league? He said, no, it's just a standard PPR 1 QB. And I told him, I really only like those 2 running backs and then the 2 receivers, Judy and Lamb and Swift and Taylor. And then after that, man, you have like, as receivers, you got Higgins and Ruggs and Jefferson, and you're kind of just hoping for them to step up and do what Hollywood did, get drafted to a team where he's the number 1 receiver, technically not the number 1 receiving option, but number 1 receiver and one of the highest scoring offenses, man. So, you know, that's what you really hope that these other guys do. So I told him, man, just stick with Hollywood, bro. And if he doesn't want to sit on Hollywood, he could probably get one of those guys plus as the season starts. So what you think about that?
I like that, man, given, you know, it's not a super flex league, so that makes sense. And, you know, you can only ask for so much with these rookies. So you got a guy in Hollywood who's the number 1 wide receiver on his team. You know, they got him involved heavily. He should only take a leap going forward in the year 2. So I like the advice you gave.
I wonder if he's going to be somebody's second-year leap guy this year on this episode.
We'll see.
Hey, besides that, we got a scouting report, and Avo didn't ask me what I wanted to play yet, so hopefully I can spin a song for myself. But we'll figure that out later.
You ain't doing nothing.
Whatever. Okay, but leading up into that, man, we still got what's the word, man. We might have some injuries. I think we got something new going on. I kind of bumped in on the Skype when these niggas was going over something, so I don't really know what's quite going on, so I'm excited to see what Vic got up under his sleeve. You know, quarantine beard Vic, he been real funny lately, man.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, we still got what's the word and some hood TMZ. You know that's always brought to you by the Dynasty Bro Vic. So, hey, how you feeling, bro?
I'm good, man. Hey, before we get too far into this, man, I brought the moonshine back out. I'm gonna take a shot from my bro for his birthday. So I know on my birthday you took a shot. I bitched out. I wasn't feeling it. So, you know, you don't have to take a shot right here, but you the realest nigga in it. I love you, bro. I can always call you, man. Hey, you the same, bro. You know what I'm saying? I would never know if you're having a bad day. You just even kill every day, bro. So I appreciate you. I love you. I'll take the shot for you.
That's love, respect. And you got Avo to get some liquor, too. Man, y'all some real ones, bro. I appreciate y'all. Real talk.
Man. I ain't got no gummies, man.
Wash it down with the beard. Back on the blue moon. Fuck it, man. Dominate your blue moon, Dynasty Bro style. You feel me?
Yeah, man.
All right, so look, besides it being my birthday, we still got to give the people what they want, Vic. So they asked for that hood TMZ. Give it to them, bro.
Let's jump into it, man. Hey, it only makes sense to start with Christian McCaffrey. So he's the highest paid running back in the league. You know, he's the third player in NFL history to put up 1,000 yards rushing and 1,000 yards receiving last year.
Woo.
So the Panthers basically just extended him through 2025. He's going to make $16 million a year. Do you think he earned it or deserved it? Talk to me,
Bro,
Doc.
they use him as a receiving threat and a running threat. They run their whole offense through him. He deserves every dollar he got, bro. And he's probably going to get a stimulus check coming up.
He probably got stimulus too, bro.
What you think, bro? You think he deserve it?
Yeah, he's definitely the best running back in the game. He's the best fantasy player in the game. He's a badass white boy playing running back. You don't see that too often. So, yeah, he's the best in the game, man. I think this is that deal Le'Veon was trying to hit a few years ago with the Steelers. Yeah. But when you got Antonio Brown and you got up and coming Juju, it's kind of hard to justify that. But Christian, he's the one-man show right now.
Yeah, man. They got rid of Cam, saves. Well, basically getting rid of Cam, saving some money. Yeah. Teddy ain't making like what a top-tier quarterback usually makes. So, you know, pay your guy, man. Pay your guys. So,
makes sense. All right, man, let's keep it pushing. Shout out to Bleacher Report Gridiron. So when that news broke, Alvin Kamara, he was actually on live feed playing Call of Duty with his guys, and he broke the news live. And his guys was joking like, oh, so that means you about to get paid too then, right? So I just thought that was funny because we were always on Call of Duty. But seeing Alvin, you know, I definitely had to drop some comments like, hey, we want that smoke because we streaking right now on Call of Duty. So he ain't hit me back yet, but we'll see what's up. But do you think Alvin deserves that CMC type money? Or you think CMC's in a league of his own?
The way he's being used, he's in a league of his own. I'm not going to sit here and just tell you that I think he's more talented than Kamara or Barkley, but it's all about what the team uses you for. And if they're using him past what a normal running back is and he's exceeding past everybody else and all the extra shit too,
yeah,
you know, that's how they're using him, bro. So, you know, I'm not going to say Kamara deserves it. Kamara deserves top running back money. But I'm not going to tell you he deserves Kamara money.
All right, I fuck with that. All right, man, before we get into the special surprise for today, one more thing. Shout out to TMZ Sports. So they actually called out Drew Brees. He actually inked this deal with NBC. So he's set to earn $6 million a year with broadcasting. So, you know.
Is that after the season?
Well, when he retires. When he retires. So
okay.
Who knows? He might have, you know, maybe 2 or 3 more years left. We'll see. But, you know, for Brees to ink this deal, that lets you know the clock is definitely ticking on his career.
Oh, he's a real nigga. He's signing deals and ain't even retired yet. Shout out to that nigga.
Well.
That's fire.
Man, I got my next job lined up. Fuck y'all. What the fuck y'all talking about?
Yeah, I quit when I want to, bitch.
Yeah. All right, man. Hey, let's go ahead and kick off the surprise, man. We got some bad boys in the building, man. What you got for us, say, bro? I queued up the bad boys.
Okay. So I have no clue what this is right now, bro. what are we doing right here?
Pretty much, if you out here getting arrested, we got to drop the bad boys drop, man. So we got some guys who's, you know, in some legal trouble right now, man. So I just want to kind of press through some of these stories, man. First, we're going to start with Julian Edelman. So if you guys remember a while back, you know, he's out in LA wilding. He was jumping on cars. It was a Mercedes-Benz, smashed the hood. So he was due back in court, what have you. So it looks like he settled out of court, man. Because remember we talked about the LA airport having a courthouse. Yeah. But it looks like he don't got to fly into LAX to go to court. So they settled out of court pretty much. Julian Edelman, you know, he basically took on the charges of repairing the guy's car and they settled out of court. So that's that, man. So Julian Edelman looked like he can wash his hands of that.
All right, anybody else in trouble?
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna spend too much time on this story here, but ex-NFL star Chris Johnson, he's accused of setting up some murder for hire shootings, man, back in 2015. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to, you know, speak too much on that. But,
our faces are on the screen, bro. You shouldn't even have brought that one up, my nigga.
Hey, I'm just gonna... Whatever. Hey, I'm on his side. Whatever. If somebody come after you and you send somebody after them, I mean, that's life.
Hey, so whatever that means, but I'm gonna say this. I just know Chris Johnson has the fastest 40 on record at the NFL Combine with a 4.28. that still stands. But yeah, that's that, man. That's all I got. I do got some flags though.
I got one thing to say to those two guys you just talked about.
What's up?
It's just a friendship from Betty. I don't know the words to the cop song.
Hey, the wildest video I saw with that, somebody was getting arrested, and this dude had his window open, blasting that music out the window while the cops. That shit was hilarious, bro. The cops is on the street, like laughing, holding in their laughs and shit. Look that shit up.
That was
like
great.
Pull it up. Let's look that up. Guy plays cops.
You know what?
Theme song once I get arrested.
On my phone now, just for those random moments.
Yeah,
that's a funny video. That is a funny video.
I want to be that guy now. I want to be that guy.
It was loud.
And I think it was a black dude.
Yeah, it was.
Just
man.
step out of neighborhood dude was getting arrested in. It was probably a black dude, and we are creative.
That's funny as hell. All right, man, I got some flags, but before I get into my flags, do y'all got flags?
I never got flags, man. I feel like I need to do better with the flags, man. I got a flag. Fuck it.
All right, what's your flag?
Flagging DJ Avo wrinkled ass t-shirt while we on web. nigga came dressed for the occasion, didn't he? Stupid ass shirt head. Nah, the shirt tight, but it's wrinkled in a bitch. That's my flag going to the nigga who's fucking dope ass shirt.
With the red on red.
That motherfucker, instead of dash, should say wrinkled on it. That motherfucker super wrinkled, nigga. That motherfucker super wrinkled.
Hey, I said he got the red on red. I got the blue on blue kind of, so chill. I was on his tail. He got the red on red. I got the blue on blue though. Let me chill.
We all right, ganging. Okay.
You got some flags, Avo?
I don't. I was trying to sit here and think. I don't.
All right, man.
No.
All right, I got two flags, man. My first flag go to Dak Prescott.
To the Patriots.
It goes to the Dallas Cowboys, man. So Dak Prescott just threw a dinner party, with like over 30 people this past weekend. Zeke Elliott was there. TMZ Sports reported this, and apparently the cops visited Dak after this, and I don't know if he got fined, but they basically told him like, look, you're not social distancing right now with these large gatherings, man. So check that out on TMZ Sports. Yeah, man, they cater some shit too, man. The food looked fire, by the way.
He wasn't the only one not social distance.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people involved.
There was a lot of people, bro. And then my last flag go to David Carr. So if you guys know, Oakland Raiders quarterback brother, David Carr, he was the franchise quarterback for the Houston Texans. He actually tweeted out with Jameis. There's a workout video of Jameis like ducking some like weighted balls, moving at him, pause. And basically David was like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, get you a new trainer, what have you. So basically he was just trying to shit on Jameis, but Jameis' response was, hey, this is a valid drill. I've been working with my guys since I was 14, so, I'm going to support him. And he basically posted a clip of him dodging like a defender, like ducking down. So look out for that clip. And the reason why I got David Carr on here is because, for one, he was talking shit to Jameis, who's just doing this thing, minding his own business. And then two, man, I went to visit his profile, man, and I don't know if I can see this, man, but his profile pic, I guess he took a mission trip, man.
To the left or to the right. There we go.
Oh, man.
Hey, I'm not a fan of that, man.
Cool.
This guy.
That's not cool.
Here's my thing. One of those. And what does that mean? So look, I know we got some white folks that listen to this. We got all races, ethnicities. So look, we your black friends, we're gonna put you up on game in terms of like shit like that. We frown upon in terms of when you do the mission trips, that's cool. You're doing, God's work. That's great. That's dandy. We respect that. But to take photos like that and, you don't see black guys traveling to Europe and huddling a bunch of white kids up to get a group photo. Like, to me, that's the equivalent of, hey, I'm cool with black people, or hey, I got black friends. I'm not racist. You know what I mean? Like when you got
show y'all what I just did.
Yeah, when you got to overcompensate like that, that's tacky. That's the only way I can describe it as tacky. There's only one way I would accept a photo like that. If you in LA, go to Crenshaw, get that photo off. If you in Dallas, go to Oak Cliff, get that photo off. If you in Chicago, go to the South Side of Chicago, get that photo off. Get a bunch of black kids to huddle up, take a photo and smile. If you can't do that in your own city, don't go to the Bahamas. Don't go to Africa to do that shit. That's tacky. So that's my take.
You're
My
not.
nigga
Go
said
ahead
that's
and roll
fine
out to
and
the east
dandy.
side.
This nigga Vic said the word dandy, bro. You're a real
It
nigga.
meant it. It meant it.
Hey, do y'all want to help me flag the Houston Texans for trading DeAndre Hopkins? Not only did they trade DeAndre Hopkins and complain about future potential cap issues with a new contract, but not only did they take on David Johnson's badass contract, they took on Brandon Cook's badass contract, and didn't they take on Randall Cobb badass contract?
Oh yeah.
These niggas took on 3 badass contracts, and you worried about the best receiver in the league? Fools.
Hey,
I just found that out. That's just crazy, though.
that's what happens, bro. That's what happens when you got a GM slash head coach wearing multiple hats, man. Like you're going to continue to go backwards, man. You got to break out these roles and let people focus on that one role, man. You can't be an owner slash coach slash general manager. Like you're doing too much.
People trash, bro. That was trash. So
Yeah, bro.
just thought I'd say that.
All right, man. Hey, we've been streaking on Call of Duty, by the way. And I don't know why, but whenever we talk about Call of Duty, that's always a good time to talk about Limitless Recover. Veteran owned. They got all your quarantine products that you need. They got the topical creams. They got all your workouts, recoveries, items. They got the CBD deodorant. So I actually just got this in the mail. I've been using it for a couple weeks now. So looking to get some of these away. Help with your anxiety, help keeping your stress levels low. And then you got your also your workout body mist spray. So this is citrus. So I use it pre-workout, stuff like that. But I'll be sure to, get these out to you guys. We got a few samples. Want you guys to check these things out. And then, of course, we got our promo code with our link that gets you 10% off shopping. So shout out to Limitless Recover. It's veteran owned. Check out their website. They got a lot of dope military shit. It's veteran owned. Support the vets.
All I see is Vic's shoulders and it look like he's going like this the whole time. It's veteran owned. We're doing it. The nigga proving a point.
Hey.
That's what's up, bro.
I'm done.
Hey, I know we got quarantine beards, but what the hell look like under the hat, man? Have you been thugging it? You ain't got a show, but have you been thugging it or you been keeping yourself clean?
Bro, I shave it every time before we record, bro. So
I'll try to keep it cut a little bit.
yeah,
My wife makes a lot of TikToks, so yeah.
I made a pact with the work homies that I ain't gonna shave for a week. Man, you should see this shit.
You look like Ray Allen.
Chico Bean head hot. That's how I look right now.
Look
Chico
like
Bean dot head.
You saw Ray Allen? He posted this shit. You look like Ray Allen right now.
Yeah, man. Jesus Shuttlesworth head looking, man. I'm struggle bus under this hat, bro. But I gotta keep it through until Friday.
Yeah.
Hey man, make it happen.
It's itching, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, that's real.
I think I need some limitless recovery. I need some limitless recovery.
Hey, y'all gotta try this deodorant, bro. For real.
Might have to try the Limitless Recover shampoo, see if that stops the itching.
Oh, man, shit.
Might get your hairline back.
I might need the CBD gummy shit. The way I've been feeling with this hair growth.
I'm about to get me some, bro.
Hey, speaking of gummies, that's just the appetizer. You ever been hungry and didn't feel like cooking and you just wanted to get some food delivered?
Of course, all the time.
Bro,
Jets Pizza. Detroit style pizza. Boy. Hey, you can get 20% off when you use Dynasty Bros FF on your call-in orders on the participating Jets pizzas here in the city in Indianapolis. So I think we got 5 of them that you can call in and get the promo code if you use it. So call in, get your Detroit style pizza today, boy.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Jets, man. They sponsor us. They hook us up with the pizza. We haven't had it in a second because we ain't been pressing for it, but it's all good given the quarantine. But make sure, you guys take advantage of these specials, these deals. They got specials on Mondays, specials on Wednesdays. George came through. We hooked him up with a bunch of coupons. He probably still running through them coupons, to be honest with you.
That was a whole bunch of just free small boys.
Yeah,
got him at the right time.
Yeah, man. So, hey, make sure y'all hit up Jets. Use that promo code, man. Check out our social medias. Speaking of our social medias, man, where can they follow us at?
Hey, you can follow me at Happy Birthday Dynasty Bro. I'm just nah. Follow me, wish me a happy birthday at Dynasty Bro on Instagram and on Twitter. Where do they follow you at Dynasty Bro, Vic?
at Dynasty Bro Vic. And then, of course, you got the Dynasty Bros FF podcast. That's the Facebook. And be sure to subscribe, rate, share our podcast on all streaming sites at Dynasty Bros FF. And we on YouTube now, so we getting that popping too. Be sure to subscribe to that too.
We on the tube. Hey, Dynasty Bro.
My bad.
You done, nigga? While you at it, tell everybody where they can follow you at.
You can follow me at DJAVOLXVE. That's on the interwebs, on the Instagrams, and on the Twitter world. If you would like to do your tweeting thing, because I don't tweet too much, but I'm working on it. That's at Dynasty Bro Avo. Fuck with your boy.
Follow him at I Spell My Name Wrong at twitter.com.
Probably. That's why I
That's
just
my
said
name.
Dynasty Bro Avo. You should be able to figure that one out.
AKA, come to our page, type in AVO, and then you should find them.
I should
Yeah.
be somewhere.
AKA, he just grabbed that shirt mid-dry out the dryer. AKA, that shirt been chilling under the couch mattress for 2 weeks. Then he threw it on. AKA, God damn, nigga, I know the iron work. AKA,
Anymore.
I don't iron.
AKA, go throw it in the dryer for 13 more minutes.
Look,
then,
bro,
nigga.
I'm at home. I'm with the wife and kids.
I feel you,
What do you
bro.
want from me?
Fuck you,
Actu-
niggas, bro.
Actually, you're live on Dynasty Post Fantasy Football Podcast on the webcam in front of a lot of people that's watching this shit. So I respect all the
man.
bullshit
Hey.
you're trying to say, but nah.
Last week I saw my baby hair, man. Like, it's a wrinkled shirt, bro. It's life. We in it. We in it, man.
I respect it, bro. Man, I'm excited to talk to these sophomores, bro.
I know, man. It's a lot of them, man. I told Vic I had a bunch of them. I had trouble narrowing them down, but you know, he's a lot more organized than me. He was like, "Well, fuck it, bro. Just pick one positionally." And I was like, "All right."
If you got it, though. If you got it, because we don't like to force the issue either, though. You know what I mean? Like, if we don't believe in the shit, we ain't just gonna throw it out there. So
He knew I was about to be all over the place. I was about to try to name 8 receivers that I think gonna turn up this year. He was like, "Bro, just channel your inner organization." I'm like, "Bet, bro, I got you."
yeah.
So I got 4. He got 4. We got a quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, and these are guys we believe in, man. And a lot of these guys we probably own in a lot of these leagues because we've been doing a lot of drafts lately. We've been killing this podcast league that we just started, bro. What you think?
Hell yeah, bro. When we got offered the 306 for our first round pick and the 4th, we flipped it, no problem. Turned that shit into the 102, 103 rookie draft. So easy money, man. But we in a podcast league, Ultimate Podcast League. A lot of great people out there putting out some dope content. We got folks who represent Under the Helmet, Dynasty Happy Hour, got some Dynasty Bros, got some Top Dog Dynasties. All these guys, man. So shout out to them. It's gonna be a fun league, man. I'm excited to compete against them.
Dynasty Dad, Dynasty Diagnostic, all of that shit, man. So we just doing our thing, man. And them was good people, and I'm glad that this started off healthy. It's been a lot of trading. It's exactly what you want in the league. Shit just started. So, shout out to everybody that's in the league, man. Shout out to Tyler for putting it together too.
Yep. Shout out to Tyler.
Shout out to, hey, wait. Are you in my Pokemon league? Have you got to pick a Pokemon yet?
No, not yet. I think we're waiting on a couple more people to pay their dues, and then we're gonna get to it.
Hold up. Hold the front door. What the hell? We doing Pokemon now, bro?
It's a 96 team, 8 division, 12 team a division Pokemon league. You have to pick a Pokemon, and your team is that Pokemon. And throughout your wins and your scoring totals, it tallies up. It evolves season to season. So it's a lot to take in.
The Pokemon part.
I think we're still taking it in. It's so many Pokemon that you can choose, I guess, that every team is its own Pokemon. And
I got that. So do they battle?
It's
I'm trying to figure that part.
It's just Pokemon themed. That's what it comes down to.
Don't read too into it.
But
So
it's
basically,
a really big league.
yeah, 96 teams.
Okay.
96 teams. So basically, I picked Saladit. Man, I don't know who he is, but shout out to my guy White Sam. He was sending me
What you got?
picture after picture. It's this guy named, it's a snake looking thing called Saladit. Man, I don't give a
Okay.
fuck, man. That
Never had that
motherfucker,
card.
he's the
Hey,
only
that's what
one.
y'all repping, though. That's what y'all
He the only
repping.
one left that looked cool, so I took him.
Fuck that. I'm taking a black Pokemon. So when we up, I'm gonna Google black Pokemon and I'm gonna take the one that's in my division. So that's another thing. You gotta pick a Pokemon that's actually out of your division. So I'm in Unova, whatever that shit is. And just so you guys know, it's a auction style league, and then it's also 8 copies, meaning there will be 8 Christian McCaffreys in this league, 8 Michael Thomas in this league.
Okay.
But of course, I can't draft 2 Christian McCaffreys or 2 Michael Thomas.
Right.
So it's fun, man. It's just, a different style of fantasy football. And why not, man? I mean, we're nerds when it comes to this fantasy football shit. So why not explore and get crazy? So that's what it is.
And if we're going to be the leaders of this shit from here on out, man, we got to be invested in all of it so we can talk about it. So some shit that I ain't never got invested in, Pokemon, I joined a Pokemon League so we can keep on perfecting this shit, bro. You feel me?
Yeah, man. And it took like a couple tugs on my shoulder to get me in, man. Because once I heard Pokemon, I was turned off. I'm lost. Like, are we drafting Pokemon or players? But Dot pushed me and encouraged me. He's like, hey, we got to try this shit, do our due diligence for our listeners. So we here, man.
So then when it's time for us to start a 96 team league on some Dynasty Bro shit, at least we know how to organize it. You feel me? It probably won't be Pokemon, at least we'll know how to organize it.
Yeah, and you be commissioning that shit by yourself, but I'll join that bitch.
Nah, Avo gonna help me commission. It's gonna be a whole bunch of niggas with wrinkled tees in this league.
That ain't paid they dues.
You ain't getting no money out there.
Ain't nobody getting paid. Niggas gonna be shitty, bro.
It's gonna be a horrible league to win, boy. Fun league to play in, horrible one to win.
End of the season, I'm gonna have to send out 95 texts like, yeah, we had 39 people not pay, so nobody's gonna get up. I'm just gonna pay everybody back their money.
That shit is trash, bro. Niggas, man. Pay y'all dues, man. Early and often, motherfuckers.
Pay your dues.
Dues, man. That's
early and often.
That's one of the 10 draft commandments, man. I hope we can bring that back, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna bring it back for sure.
We got to before the start of the next season.
Yeah, niggas kill me, bro. Bad boys.
Yeah, man. Pay y'all dues, bro.
Hey, that video is funny as fuck, bro. I can't stop thinking about it.
I'm about to watch that shit after this, man.
All right, look, let's get to the second issue, bro. Since you leaked everything on Twitter, bro, you got to go first, nigga, because I thought this was going to be a cool surprise, but niggas is hitting me up like, hey, I can't wait to hear who you got going into year 2. And I'm like, this nigga Vic. So follow my nigga. My nigga out here leaking the podcast early, man.
You sure, bro? It's your birthday. You sure you don't want to go? You sure?
Fuck it, man. I'm going to go first.
Yeah, man.
I'm only going first because we're going to start with quarterbacks. And me and White Sam are really excited about this quarterback. So I'm going to start with my QB, second year, Denver Broncos. Follow me. He only played 5 games last year, and I know that don't sound like a big enough sample size, but they had Joe Flacco playing all year. Does anybody know why Joe Flacco played all year? Anybody? No?
I don't know why, because Drew Lock was hurt, right?
Nah, Drew. I think he was fake hurt. I just think they didn't want to start him since they went and paid Flacco. And then it was like Flacco is so trash, but they had already put Locke on the injury reserve. Well, where he couldn't come back, right? So they couldn't wait for that nigga to come back, man. Flacco finally went out, got fake hurt himself, I think. And Drew Lock went 4-1, man, in his 5 games started, man. And the Denver Broncos have been like this for years. They want to play through the run, and they always want to have a good defense. But I feel like near the end of the season, they finally start unleashing Drew Lock. They were limiting him for a while, like with his throws, letting him go downfield. But I think him and Cortland Sutton started finding a connection. And then Noah Fant finally started taking off at the end. And you know me and tight ends always feel like it takes a year or maybe 2 for them to learn the playbook, finally get adjusted to the system and playing in the NFL. So I think going into the second year with Noah Fant, another year with a young stud in Cortland Sutton, I think they're going to add another guy in the draft because you can't keep going with Deshaun Hamilton and those guys like that. They got rid of Emmanuel Sanders in the middle of the year, and they brought in Melvin Gordon. And I do think Melvin Gordon's a better pass catcher out the backfield than Phillip Lindsay and Royce Freeman. R.I.P. Royce Freeman in fantasy.
and Devontae Booker.
Devontae Booker, RIP, both of them. But I really think that they're going to give Drew Lock some more chances to go downfield, and I think they're going to actually build a solid offense with some solid pieces around him. So I'm excited, man. He was doing pretty well with just the Cortland Sutton out there. So I think second year around, they give him his shots and give him a chance to actually be a real quarterback because he has a great arm, and I think he's smart. So I'm excited to see what Drew Lock does this year in that system, man.
I like it, man. Hey, and he got swag, bro. He fucks with Young Jeezy. I don't know if you guys saw that clip of him vibing out to Young Jeezy,
How
on the
could you not
sideline.
like that, bro? How could you
Yeah,
not like that?
yeah. And, hey, he's a big quarterback too. He's what, like 6'4", right? 6'4",
Yep,
6'3", 220.
yep.
So got some
With
size.
with a
Yeah,
gun
man.
of a arm.
That's fire. And he gonna have to throw, playing against, Pat Mahomes and also those Raiders that's about to load up on offense probably, and even the Chargers, man. So I like it.
Yep. All right, give me your quarterback, man. I know you are excited about this guy. I spoke about this guy last year when he first took over, and I started seeing his swag. I was like, hey, this nigga, I think I posted on Instagram, this might be my favorite player in the NFL. Said some shit
Hey,
like that.
just off swagger alone, man. Hey, he ain't the Tiger King, he the Jaguar King. So let's go down to, I don't know if they Saxonville anymore, but we're gonna go down to Duval, Gardner Minshew, man. So he was QB number 22 in PPR. He put up 216 points. He threw for over 3,200 yards. That's 21 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. So he minimizes his turnovers. He was on pace to finish as a top 15 QB. Mind you, he missed like 2.5 games because, Nick Foles that came back. Then they had that little controversy. But since they shipped off Nick Foles to Chicago, he's the clear-cut starter. No QB competition. He's shown us a lot, man, in year one. He's definitely gritty. He's feisty. He got some fire in him. And he has some rushing chops. Shout out to my bro Dot. He gave me that term. He
Hey,
averaged a little over, 5 yards a carry off 67 attempts. So of course he can, take it upfield if he needs to if the pocket break down. So go get you some Gardner Minshew, man. I'm expecting him to break out. Jacksonville believes in him. I think we should too. He got some young receivers. Got DJ Shark, who's looking like the number one. They just brought in Tyler Eifert. I forgot the other backup they
D.D.
got.
Westbrook,
Yeah, and they also got, I believe, Josh Oliver is not the backup tight
Josh
end.
Oliver. Yep.
Yeah, and of course, they still got Fournette too. So, they got a lot of pieces in place, man. So I'm excited for Gardner. If you can get you some Gardner in the 8th or 9th round of your drafts, go get him.
All right. So I think both of our running backs aren't like lock and loaded, like big time performers going into next year because I think they both play well. So when we go into these, don't get it misunderstood as we're saying they didn't do anything last year, but the steps we're saying they're going to take. Because my running back is Miles Sanders. And he did end up being running back 19. Quote me. But you got to think this nigga, I had to literally have back-to-back debates with Vic about Jordan Howard. And I'm like, there's no way he's going to play. And all Jordan Howard did was come in and piss me off for like the first 7 weeks, taking all the goal line work, getting the star over Miles Sanders. I'm like, why the fuck would you draft such a talented running back early and then just keep on playing Jordan Howard, the nigga you traded for, you got in for a 6th round pick? I was like, there's no way he's going to play. Well, that nigga got a lot of run until he got banged up. And I think that held back, Miles Sanders getting the keys to the whole car. But hey, and I know they like playing a committee. But look, once he finally took over as the lead back, got the goal line work, he was the official lead back, and they found him a committee mate, and I think that worked better. I think Miles Sanders is a good catcher, and I don't think Jordan Howard is. So when you put him on the field, they can't just say, hey, Miles is about to catch, Jordan's going to run. Miles can do it all. Boston comes out there, he can run the slot, he can play out the backfield, you can run them both at the same time. And even with Boston Scott balling near the last few games of the season, Miles Sanders still flourished too. And I think he's everybody's going to come back healthy. You should have your Alshon, maybe Deshaun Jackson, maybe a second year in J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, 2 tight ends back. I think the offense will be efficient as always, as long as everybody's healthy. If you got the number one back in that offense, man, that can do both catch and run, I think he can actually shoot up to contend to be a running back one. I believe in that. Even if it's the back end running back one, I think with the talent in that offense, he can be one of the RB1s, top 12.
Okay. I got a running back for you guys. I actually got some shares of him. Mr. Josh Jacobs, Oakland Raiders. In my opinion, should have won Rookie of the Year, but of course they got to give it to a quarterback. So shout out to Kyler. But Jacobs finished as the RB21. He rushed for over 1,100 yards. He scored 7 touchdowns on the ground. He was on pace to finish as a top 12 back, but he, missed 3 games. So keep that in mind. And what stuck out to me was his catch percentage. He caught 74% of his passes, and he basically had 6 yards per target, and he averaged 8 yards per catch. So mind you, I just mentioned he caught 74% of his passes. I'm expecting an uptick in that, and just kind of give you an idea what that looks like. So catching 74% of your passes, Todd Gurley caught 63% of his passes. Aaron Jones caught 72% of his passes. Derrick Henry caught 75% of his. So if you're good with Aaron Jones and Todd Gurley and these guys in PPR, get you some Josh Jacobs because they're expecting to get him more involved in the passing game. They just shipped off to Wayne Washington. I know they still got Jalen Richard, but I'm expecting Josh Jacobs to be more of a workhorse. He kind of already was, even though he only played like 45% of the snaps. But I'm expecting that to increase to the 60% range, which is pretty solid. So yeah, man, he's on the young offense. They're probably about to draft a wide receiver, which is going to open up the run game even more. So I'm excited for Josh.
Maybe even a couple wide receivers, bro. That would be fire. Fuck it, man. Load up the offense, man.
Yep.
All right. So look, speaking of wide receivers, let's move to them. And I stand by what I said, man. The guy inboxed me about Hollywood or the 111. This is how I feel about it. We talked about it a little bit earlier. You can only expect so much from a incoming rookie, learning a new system that came in banged up, missed the whole offseason. So you have to remember that he was the first receiver drafted in the draft last year too. So you got to remember that capital. But look, Hollywood, he only started 11 games this season. Came in banged up, missed the whole offseason. He still managed to have almost 600 yards, had 7 touchdowns at 5'8", 170, still has 7 touchdowns. He was second on his team in yards. Who was first on his team in yards, Vic? Can you guess?
I wasn't listening. What was the question? Take it back to class.
Man. Oh my God, bro.
I heard Hollywood. That's all I heard, bro. I was reading up on shit for my next guy.
So lucky I got my booze loaded up.
I know. Who led the Ravens in receiving yards last year?
If I had to guess, was that Mark Andrews?
Yep, he was second to Mark Andrews, and he only had 71 targets, being the number 1 receiver on any team, not receiving option. Being the number 1 receiver on any team and only getting 71 targets, there's so much room for that to go up. And he caught 65% of his passes at an average rate of 12.7. So, he's a big play guy. I think that system's going to keep on flourishing. They got rid of Hayden Hurst. I think that's going to open up some more, Marquise. So going into his second year, man, him being a big play guy, I think they're going to involve him a whole lot more, move him around a lot more. And I think they're going to score. Hopefully, if Lamar took a step throwing from his first year, hopefully going into his third year, he can take another step. And I think that just means sky's the limit for Hollywood. So Marquise Brown, man.
All right, man. I like that, man. Since you took it to Baltimore, I'm going to keep it in Baltimore because my guy is Miles Boykin, his counterpart, which is fire. So, of course, they drafted him out of Notre Dame with a 3rd-round pick. So, to me, if a team is spending a second or third, they're expecting you to produce in the first year or 2, if not 3. So, they're going to be patient with you, but they want you to, give them a return on their investment quickly. He's known as a sure-handed pass catcher coming out of Notre Dame. And like you said, man, they shipped out Hayden Hurst and also Seth Roberts, so that leaves 74 targets on the table. And you just mentioned Hollywood have 71 targets himself. So if you got 74 targets on the table, that tells me there's a lot of room for growth with Miles Boykin. This coming off this last season, rookie year, Boykin's only had 22 targets, but he did score 3 touchdowns. I'm expecting him to take a huge leap because if you got rid of Hayden Hurst, who's a tight end, who's a big body, I'm hoping they get creative with him. They move him around, play him in the slot, play him on the outside, If week one, if I see them moving Miles around, I'm gonna be so excited because the really great offenses, they know how to move their guys around just to create mismatches and to identify what coverage the defenses are in. Like even look at Philly, how they line up Zach Ertz on the outside, stuff like that. So, but I'm expecting Miles Boykin to take a huge leap, man, and I'm excited, man. And he was brought in to be that sure-handed pass catcher. Of course, they still got Willie Snead, who can play on the outside and in the slot, but I'm expecting them to utilize Miles' talent all across the board.
Big boy, red zone threat, man. He's that guy where if Lamar gets to the outside, you see Boykins just standing in the corner of the damn end zone, toss it up to the motherfucker. Well, you've seen him do that a lot with these tight ends, man. So that should hold some good weight for him right there. All right. Let's get into one more receiving option. The most talented tight end on Minnesota's roster, Mr. Irv Smith, man. Look, I know Kyle Rudolph is still there. I don't know why Kyle Rudolph is still there. Ava, I know you be high. Do you know why Kyle Rudolph is still there?
I mean, judging by his name, I can guess. I can think of a few reasons. He might be a popular player.
Rudolph. I get where you're going.
I'm just saying. He might be a certain type of player, so he might be a popular player. So he might still be
white?
there for the.
Yeah, are you trying to properly say white?
He might look like my walls, but he.
Oh my gosh!
May also. What I'm really saying is, I think he might be popular. So if you're popular, you ain't got to be that good if you're making the organization money.
Avo politicking, bro.
Yeah, it took him all that to finally get to that point. Look,
he's a Notre Dame guy too, since you politicking.
Right. Hey, I'm just saying.
Look, I ain't gonna act like he was heavily involved early because Rudolph got his running time, and but I will say this: when Adam Thielen went down for that little stretch in the middle of the season, probably around week 9-ish, week 8, week 9 for some weeks, they actually had to start bringing in Irv Smith, and he was actually one of the every week receiving options, even with Kyle Rudolph there, even with Diggs there healthy, because they were shorthanded on receivers. Now they don't have Diggs. Still have Thielen, still have Rudolph. Didn't bring in any prospects. So all I'm saying is if he can get out there, he was coming out of when he got drafted at Alabama, he wasn't nothing but a receiving type of tight end because he's on the shorter end. He's 6'2". He's not big, but he runs great routes. He knows how to sit down into his spots. So I feel like, Kirk Cousins needs a guy that's not just a deep threat. That's why he's so good with Adam Thielen. Thielen runs great routes, get to his spots, know how to use his body to catch the ball, pause in front of defenders. So I really think that if they don't bring anybody in, I think they're going to have to be able to move him around as a move tight end, outside, inside. He really only seen 36 catches, 311 yards, 2 touchdowns. Shit, the only way you can go is up from there. And guess how old he is, Vic?
My bad, I was muted. How old is he?
This nigga.
That nigga is still 21 years old, bro.
What?
Oh, that's young as fuck.
Yeah,
wait, one more. You said he's 21?
Yes, he already played a full season in the league, and he's only 21.
Hey, all the Dynasty leagues right there. You found you a player you should probably go grab.
Yeah, so I'm excited about some Irv Smith, man.
All right, man. Well, I got a tight end for you guys, too. And you talked about Drew Lock earlier. So my guy is a guy who I'm hoping he makes a lot of connection with. So Noah Fant. He led all rookie tight ends in fantasy points last season. So tight end for the Denver Broncos. He played 69% of the snaps. But if you take a guy like that in the first round with the 20th pick, you got to put him out there, right, since you made that investment. So to give you guys an idea what that looks like, man, I don't know about you, bro, but when Darren Fells was scoring all these touchdowns with the Texans last year, felt like he was scoring every week. So pretty much Noah Fant was on the field just as much as Darren Fells. And that's more than Dallas Goedert and Tyler Higbee as far as from a snap count percentage standpoint. So if you're comfortable and if you like Goddard and if you like Higbee, definitely go get you some Noah Fant because he plays way more than those guys, and I'm expecting him to take a huge lead. And he's from that tight end factory of Iowa, man. So, they produce George Kittle, T.J. Hawkinson, Dallas Clark, one of the greatest, NFL coach. I say NFL coach, Indianapolis Colts tight ends.
The NFL Colts, baby.
NFL Colts, man, pull that back up, man. That's for the day ones. But I'm definitely excited for Noah Fant, just because you could tell this year he didn't look the greatest in my opinion, but you could tell they wanted to keep him involved and they forced the issue. That's how I'm gonna describe it. It looked like they forced the issue with keeping him involved and getting him his target. So I'm expecting him to settle into that role coming in as a sophomore. Hopefully the game starts to slow down for him. I know tight ends one of the hardest positions to learn. Given you got to understand coverages, you got to understand lineman schemes, because you got to block defensive line, and you got to understand, going up against catching passes against linebackers and DBs. So it's a lot to take in. So, but he's athletic, he's talented. He put up 3 touchdowns this year, so he can get it done. Expecting him to take a huge leap since they got to keep up with them Kansas City Chiefs.
Huge leap. And I fuck with Noah Fant, and we got him on Team 5.
Team 5. Shout out Team 5. Hey, Team 5 has the 102, the 104, the 105.
And the 112.
And the 1012.
You said 1012.
Yeah, bro. The 1012. We got that shit. So it's a 10-team league. So if we got the 202, that's basically the 1012. So that's how we do math over here. So 5.
Yeah, nigga. That's DeAndre Swift, Judy, Lamb, and Herbert. Or Love.
It don't matter, man. If they try to pull an audible and take Swift with the 101, we'll take Taylor. We'll take Lamb. It don't matter. We good, man. So we got leverage with the those early picks.
If they take quarterback with the 101, nigga, we coming to get the 103, nigga.
Yeah.
We out here, my nigga.
Yeah, man. That's all the players. Hey, you got any deep flyers or sleepers or off the radar?
I got a few. Just depends on where you need me to go.
No, go ahead.
All right. David Montgomery. That's no.
I mean, tell me why.
Okay. I felt like the reason why he wasn't good is because that offense sucked for a while. Like Mitch couldn't get it together, but I feel like they were attempting to get him the ball. If anything happens, like really, he really played so bad that really you can only get better if you're getting that many attempts and touches. So I feel like they tried to force the issue with Tariq Cohen early, and like I think it was throwing off the flow of letting David Montgomery just learn how to play coming in. If you're gonna draft him to be the guy, let him be the guy. You gotta learn, man. Just learn while you play. You can't keep taking me out for a guy that's not a natural running back, man. That's throwing off the floor of the game. So just the guy who's forced touches. There was a game where he had like 23 rushes for 24 yards. I know that sounds horrible, but any running back in the NFL that's getting 23 touches, bro, at some point they gotta do better. And I feel like maybe it was him. Maybe it was a him thing. But he's being forced touches, so I think he has a chance to turn up. That's one guy. McCole Hardman, I think a healthy Pat Mahomes all year will make that whole offense click. And I think they finally have an understanding that that's their guy, not Demarcus Robinson. And I think they had a lot of games where Demarcus Robinson was blurring the lines between who's the third option, who's the fourth option. And put McCole out there. You draft him to be the guy, let him play. TJ Hawkinson. I think with Matt Stafford coming back, Stafford's gonna run the hell out of that offense, man. He throws the ball. That's all he's been known for. So I'm excited to go into this year especially I don't even know if Marvin Jones is still under contract, but if Marvin's not under contract, I know they brought back what's the white boy name? Not the white boy name. Amendola. They brought back Amendola. And they already got my guy, Galladay. But if for some reason they don't get Marvin Jones in here, Hawkinson was drafted to be the all-around tight end. He's a good receiver and blocker. He was drafted higher than Fant, and we're excited about Fant. Hawkinson's supposed to be good, but he had to deal with that struggling quarterback season too. It's just a whole bunch of guys. Deontay Johnson taking another step. He actually was the only receiver that looked good. He looked better than Juju all last year with that bad quarterback situation. There's so many guys, man. I feel like if I keep talking, I could keep on talking, but I'm going to. Damian Harris. is my low-key guy for the Patriots. I feel like he didn't get no run at all, but I don't think they're signing Burkhead back. And I think that offense is going to have to transition into being something, some kind of new identity. And if it's a running back, a running offense with a real good defense, which they already have established, no Tom Brady anymore, he might have to start getting some work because he might be a better running back than Sony. But Sony gets that run right now. He's established. He was drafted early, 3 years ago. So we'll see, man. But those are just some of the guys I'm excited about.
I got one. I'm going to keep it home.
Oh,
Indianapolis Colts. My guy. Paris Campbell out of the Ohio State University. So I know he was banged up last year, but I'm expecting him to take a leap within the offense. I know the Colts are expecting to draft a wide receiver. I'm anticipating a big body since they just got rid of Funches. But when he was on the field, you could tell they were scheming and trying to get Paris the ball. I know T.Y., he can stay banged up here and there. Hopefully he can stay healthy. But, to me, he's a protege to T.Y. Hilton. So he's a speedster, man. He's a guy that can do a lot with the ball in his hands. He's electric. He can stretch the field. Special team where he can run a punt back, all that good stuff. So whether it's a reverse handoff or going down the field. So I'm expecting the Colts to do a lot with Paris this year. Of course, we saw, Phillip Rivers, how he leveraged Travis Benjamin. Of course, I'm not comparing Travis to Paris. I think that's a huge upgrade to Travis Benjamin. So get the ball in Paris' hands, man. I'm excited, man. So that's a guy that I'm targeting everywhere, too.
Hey, well, who you targeting going into their second year?
I don't know.
I gotta know.
The only player I know I'm gonna get is Chalk. That's the only player I know I'm gonna get. I don't know if this is second year, or third year. I don't know. I don't care. That's the only player.
Not DJ Chark season, but take him.
I'm gonna go get it.
He's a giant now.
Only player.
Can I name one more guy that?
Go ahead, bro.
They don't have any receivers right now, and I don't know what their system is going to be. All I know is Belichick is the best coach ever. He's going to get something right. Why wouldn't you take your shot on Sony Michel late in these drafts? Because everybody acts like they don't want him. Why don't you shoot your shot on Damian Harris in these drafts? Because everybody acts like they don't want him. N'Keal Harry was a first-round draft pick last year by them. They have nobody else. Why don't you shoot your shot on N'Keal Harry going into his second year? We don't know who the quarterback is going to be. We don't know what the fuck they want to do. All I know is Belichick is the best coach ever. And if you're the best coach ever, you'll figure something out. Y'all agree with me on that? Kind of?
Yeah, I agree. I like the N'Keal Harry upside, and I got a stash for you guys. This is a stash guy, but Hakeem Butler with Arizona. Larry Fitzgerald got to retire one day, someday. So to me, he's the next big body up. So yeah, I'm definitely stashing Hakeem Butler too.
Yeah, that's a smart move. That's the only reason. I know Fitzgerald is a teacher also, so that's a smart move.
Yeah. The only reason I didn't speak him because I didn't know who was next up, him or Andy Isabella, because I like both of them. But with them bringing in Hopkins, I think Christian Kirk has a spot. And who knows when Larry gonna retire, man? Y'all see that nigga braids? That nigga got them Kawhi braids. He could play forever, bro.
He draping, bro.
That nigga could play forever. So I don't know, man. That shit scares me. There's a bunch of guys I'm not happy about, like JJ Arcega-Whiteside. Man, I had that nigga on my team for forever.
Yeah.
For forever. Wait, one more. Stash guy. If you love Debo, I think Debo will take another step, but that's a running offense, so I don't know how much of a step. Jalen Hurd was drafted last year to be an all-around receiver also. He was a guy that played a little tight end in college. I think he can do some stuff out the backfield. He can play receiver. Just hurt all last year. If for some reason they don't go receiver in the draft, they got rid of Sanders. Sanders didn't resign with them, did he?
No, Sanders is in New Orleans.
Yeah, bro. I am excited to see what Jalen Hurd does because I think he actually has some good games in the preseason. And it's just preseason, but give me guys in smart that I think that are with smart offensive coordinators. They move Debo all around and just utilize all his talents. And if they don't feel like they need to draft a receiver, Jalen Hurd could come up, be the number 2 option this year.
I like that. And here's where you can tell, we're gonna be able to see what's what. This receiver draft class is loaded. If San Francisco takes a receiver in the first round, to me that kind of decreases Hurd's stock. But if they don't get a receiver in the first round, definitely go get you some Jalen Hurd because that tells me, it's pretty much Jalen Hurd's job for that number 2 position. It's his spot to lose basically at that point to that rookie that they drafted in the 3rd or 4th or 5th round. So
Yeah, and like literally, that's a team that is missing nothing. Their defense is stacked. Running backs is clutch. Offensive line is clutch. Have their franchise quarterback. That's probably they have a franchise tight end. That's literally the only position where you could be like, fuck it. They could use another receiver. So if they invest that high, everything I just said about Jalen Hurd, just act like it was throw it away, throw it in the water. So
good shit, bro.
man, that was fire, man. I hope we helped the good people out. Hey, if you got any questions, man, you can send them to Dynasty Bros FF. No, questions at dynastybrosff.com.
Yeah.
Or you can just hit our personal inboxes, man, and we'll get to you straight ahead. Like, look, I feel like we value the same stuff similarly, me and Vic. But if you want to get a personal Dynasty Bro Vic answer, hit him up, man. He has a great mind, man. And that's a person that I ask questions to when I need them to. So that's how we do it.
I appreciate that, man. I know we see things differently from time to time, but hey, Doc, you be elevating my game, so I always appreciate your perspective, and I'm sure you can echo the same. So to the folks out there, definitely, like I said, get you some buddies, man, and you can bounce ideas off of. That way, you don't get lost in your own one train of thought. Also, this is a great time to get into these mock drafts on the Sleeper app. I know me and Dot joined a lot of leagues, but you definitely want to start getting a feel for where these rookies are going, how people are drafting, because the summer be here before you know it. So you don't want to go in rusty, not having no homework under your belt or not having no practice under your belt. So get into these mock drafts on the apps. I know we got a lot of international listeners. Join these mock drafts. That's where you can basically just test out, do a dry run of a draft, see where players fall, man, and start to draft your strategy from there.
Hell yeah. So that's fire, man. Can we get into my shit, man? This Scout Report is my shit, man.
Yeah, man. Let's go ahead and get into the Scout Report. I think we got a surprise for you, bro. Since it's your birthday, man, we wanted to celebrate you. We wanted to honor you. We wanted to do an ode to you. ODE when I say ode, not OLD. I'm from Indiana, so I know that probably rolled into the accent. But if you guys don't know, man, my guy died. He did music for like 10 plus years. Ava was his DJ, so talented artist. So we basically put together a mix, man. We want to surprise you, man. And we're going to play some of the mix here, and then we're going to upload the entire mix as a separate bonus episode track. So what you got for us, Ava?
My niggas.
Happy birthday, bro.
My niggas.
10 years in the game make me feel like a pro. Streets asking AP when you gon' do a show. I've been underground talking under the floor. Ain't nothing mainstream about me but the clothes. I lost track of this boy, I've been making plays. You can say that fake shit for another day. Yeah. Niggas hit me up now that they see me working. 5 years ago, they wouldn't speak in person yet. Now the phones off, you can't reach us. I've been going everywhere, I ain't got time to try to link up. Why you want that top so bad if you ain't gonna bring your team up? Really, gang, this is permanent, we should end guns. Cause I done stay down for all my niggas. I hope they proud of me. I done did everything for my mom. I hope she's proud of me. Out of town still represents. I hope they proud of me. Got some major lists in the sky, and they looking down on me. I hope they proud of 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 me. Stay down for all my niggas, hope my niggas are down for me. Put the whole city on my back. They proud of me. Yeah. I promise I'ma get it on the day. Damn, I'm not really gang, don't get no fuck about what you say.
Damn.
I've been on my job, boy, I ain't got no time to play. Damn, I
I went out and got it. Now you feel some type of way.
Money got these women acting funny. Money got these niggas acting funny. If you ain't helping, you can get up from me. Last year I was doing good, but this year I'm doing way better. Check the stats, check the record. This is Mayweather. Cause I just stay down for all my niggas. I hope they proud
So
of
just so y'all know, it's a whole 30-minute mix. Already sent it to Vic. We're gonna
I
make
ain't
sure
even
Doc
got
get
it.
it.
Y'all
We're gonna make sure
trash,
Doc get it.
man. Y'all trash. I ain't get it, man.
It's easily one of my hardest mixes I've ever done. I literally prayed before I did it. I've done a lot of mixes for Dot. I've just never sent them. My own insecurities, my own childishness, my own wanting to be a perfectionist. So I literally took a second, prayed before I did it. And yo, it came out hard. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It came out hard.
It did, bro. I fuck with
Y'all
it.
true. Y'all real, man. I appreciate y'all, man. That's
Happy
love,
birthday.
man. I appreciate that. I'm about to bump that shit too. As long as we done with this shit, man. I appreciate it, man. That's what real niggas do for you, man. Make you feel special. Look at Brayley. Hey, her
What's
shit
up,
on
Brady?
order.
Hang on.
I said shit.
Can you hear?
Yep. Hi,
I
Brayley.
can't. There it is.
Hi, Brayley.
Hang on. Can we hear now?
Yep.
Hey.
Oh man. That shit's a good feeling. That shit's a good feeling.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Uncle Dot. Happy birthday to you.
Thanks, Brayley.
Thank you, Brayley.
That's our niece, man. Shout out to Brayley. Cutest
Yeah,
niece
shout
on
out to
earth.
She was
Hey,
not gonna miss her moment.
Yeah.
hey, I ordered some shit from Amazon. This shit ain't gonna get there till like the 20th, bro. They didn't do no overnight shit, man.
It's all good, man. It's all good.
Hey, I can't wait for Brady to go to prom, bro. We're gonna pull up, hit him with the bad boy saying, bro, I'm ready.
Have y'all did that for anybody yet?
Not yet, bro.
Hey,
All
when
my nieces under 5.
Hey,
I got a niece.
AJ
We're
was
getting ready
living in
to.
AJ was living in Atlanta when Desiree went to prom. I was like, nigga, I'm about to pull up to your mama house. I went and pulled up. met her date, nigga. I pulled up Dolo, like, what's up, nigga? I'm bigger than her big brother.
I'll be home at 10 o'clock. Matter of fact, 10:15.
That's real.
That's funny.
Hey, man. Hey, let's hit the people with a good word, man.
All right. Avo, you go first.
Man, just stay prayed up in these moments. People still having horrible tragedies, so just stay prayed up and hug your family when you can. The ones that are close to you, the ones you can't, hit them up on FaceTime, on any app you can. Speak to them, man. Reach out. Stay connected with your people, because you are really finding out who your real friends are. If certain people ain't called you, you know what I'm saying?
That's
But
real.
at the same time, you might want to reach out to somebody else too, because they might need to just hear you, just to say what's up. I've been trying to do that more, so I encourage that. I encourage you to stay prayed up for sure, because this mix came out fire, and I promise you, I got real calm after I prayed. So I recommend that. Meditate, whatever you got to do to get yourself in that right headspace. Do that, because something great normally comes from it. So that's what I got to say.
So what's up, Vic? You want me to go next?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
All right, I want to piggyback off that, man. I'm just gonna ride that wave, man. Stay prayed up. Call your people, check on them in these times, because you never know when it's gonna be the last time you get to talk to them or check on them. And to everybody that love me, I love you back. If you don't love me, I still love you, and I hope the best for you and yours and all your loved ones. RIP, man. Avo said it's a whole bunch of tragedies, man. So I didn't know this man, but I told them I used to play with him on Madden because he was your fast quarterback. But Tavares Jackson lost his life, bad car accident, ran into a tree, man. 36 years young, bro. So stay blessed, because you never know what you can. So much shit can happen, unexpected can happen, man. So like I said, like Avo said, like Vic, we've been saying the same shit. Check on your loved ones. All that petty shit, get over it. This shit probably ain't worth it anyway, man. So RP to him, man. Blessings and prayers to his family and everybody else that I know done lost people, man. I know some people this week that done lost some of their family members that was close. So I ain't got a name drop or nothing, but you know, I love everybody, man, and I'm praying for everybody that done reached out to me today. With the birthday wishes, thank you with all that, and shout out to everybody that listens to this and watches this, man. We appreciate you, all the new people, all the new subscribers. I do got to make a TikTok due to that. Just want to squeeze that in. So shout out to y'all, man. All right, Dynasty Bro, Vic.
All right, man. I want to, dedicate this episode to Officer Brianne Leith. So she was a female officer here in Indianapolis who was killed last week while responding to a domestic call. So she, passed unfortunately while responding to that incident. So she's a community hero. She's a veteran. She leaves behind a young son, toddler. So definitely, prayers and condolences out to her family and friends. We definitely want to keep the family uplifted, in good spirits during this time, man. So rest in peace. Thank you for your service, Brianne Leith. And yeah, man, that's all I got right there. So
We'll leave out with that, man. Like I said, bro. Thank you to everybody who listens to us. Thank you to everybody who watches us now. We're gonna keep giving you content, and I hope you can appreciate. I hope you can appreciate everything that we do on this podcast. I hope you enjoy the news that we give. Hope you enjoy all the insight that we give on our takes of players. And I really hope you value what we do at the end of all these episodes and speaking that good word, man, because we all need it. You never know who's fucking getting it. So we're going to do our due diligence to give it every week. So we thank y'all for listening to us and watching us. And on behalf of Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Podcast, man, be easy, be safe. We love y'all. Until episode 39, hopefully I can convince Avo to get the number right next week. So
No.
all right, we out.
All right, be blessed.